Greetings and namaste. You're with Tanisha Ali of Butterfly Transformations, and today we are talking about ways that you block your manifesting or your manifestation capacity. And I'm not plugged in, but I'm going to get plugged in while I'm talking to you. There, you should be able to hear me a little bit better. So today, I wanted to shed some light on something that I feel is a very important topic, because as we go about our day-to-day lives, we're manifesting at all times, whether you realize it or not. The issue comes in when we start to manifest things unconsciously and we look at the results of what's going on in our life and we don't like what we see. So ideally, obviously, you want to be manifesting consciously, and you want to be bringing the kinds of things into your life that make you happy, that make you feel strong, that make you feel passionate about living, and that allow you to impact the lives of other people in a very positive way. And so in order to do that, you don't want to just be getting mixed results. You don't want to get good stuff sometimes, not desirable stuff at other times, because you're not fully standing in your power as a conscious creator. So there's some things that you do. If you're a conscious creator, there's still some things that you could be doing on a regular basis and not always realize how these things can interfere with your ability to remain in the vortex. And the reason why I'm calling it the vortex is I'm not the first person that has used this word, but being in the vortex is like being in a cyclone, a swarm of high energy, high vibrational, dynamic field of infinite potential that allows you to program certain things while you're in that space and have those things actually poof. Okay, have those things happen, or have series of events that work together to orchestrate the bringing of those things into your reality. And they will come from all ways and through all avenues, ways that you would not even expect. Your job is not to worry about how they're going to get there. Your job is just to stay in the vortex as much as possible. When you're in the vortex, you are in a high vibrational state. Your body feels good. You feel energized. You feel creative. You feel like you could take on the world. You feel strong. You ever had those days when you go to the gym and you feel like $1,000,000? You feel indestructible? Or a day, how about the times when you fall in love? If you've ever been in love before, or if you're in love, when you're in love, you release the kinds of hormones that heal pain. They allow the body to heal. They bring continuity and congruence to the entire human biofield. And at those times, you have no care in the world, right? You are fearless. You have no worries. You have no concerns, and nothing is blocking you. So those are the kinds of feelings that need to become familiar to you, or that you can identify with when you're in the vortex. And there are some things that, like I said, you do, or that we do on a regular basis. Sometimes it's unbeknownst to us, and at other times we may know that it's interfering with us because it'll bring us down, and we will not feel strong, powerful, and creative. We lose that energy, that creative capacity to make things happen. We physically feel fatigued. Things that can cost you your vortex sobriety are having altercations and arguments with the people that you love. You want to avoid doing that. You want to get into a space where you can have more control over your temperament and how you respond to situations on a regular basis, so that you get to determine your input and your output. You get to determine your outer landscape, and you get to determine your inner landscape. So when you get into arguments, or there's tension between you and a loved one, your vibration drops. You want to minimize that. Those are the kind of things that can happen more frequently than we would desire them to, because of the fact that we're around these loved ones quite often. If you're raising children, it can happen. They try your patience. If you are married, or you have a mate or a loved one or a partner, it can happen because people don't always align in relationships, and there are differences, and oftentimes we personalize those things instead of realizing that it's not really about us, it's about them, and we get to choose how we react in those situations, and we can create a mindful ideal on a moment-to-moment basis simply based on how we perceive the situation and putting it in perspective. So that's the first thing. The second thing that you can do that blocks your energy field or interferes with your ability to manifest is not to take care of your physical health. Okay? When the body doesn't feel good, the body cannot be a vessel for creation in the greatest of capacities. You are a vessel of pulsating energy, all right, in all directions. And the more alive you feel, the clearer you are as a vessel to make your mark or leave your imprint on your environment. And so to feel your best, it's important that you're taking care of your body. A lot of times we make our physical health the least important thing that we concern ourselves with, especially in this day and time where people are running. We have to actually plan to make a call to a friend, or we have to actually plan the time to go for a walk or work out. All of these things, this modern day society, which in some instances has been a blessing in some ways, but has also been a curse. This modern day way of living has cost us a connection with this body, and it's important to recognize the gift of health. I have so many people around me that are getting sick. Friends, spouses, other people who are dealing with health challenges that are to serve as a reminder to us of the things that we need to keep as very important in our lives, in terms of reminding ourselves of the need to stay in a place of being centered and to balance your life. You need to take care of your body. If that means going for a walk, if it means going for a gym, if you have aches and pains, you need to get to the bottom of those. You need to make sure that you're eating in the way that's healthy for your body so that you're not abusing your body. If there's some things that you're not doing perfectly, no one is perfect, but you can't not be taking care of your entire temple and then expect to be able to manifest at the greatest level. This thing is so energized and it has so much potential to attract so much to you that it's mental, but it's also in your body. Your body has to feel good. Your body speaks. Your body sends out a frequency on a regular basis, taking care of it, valuing it, honoring it, watching what you put into it, watching how much you push it, watching and paying attention to the signs that you need more balance. All of these things are critical. Make sure you take out time to relax your body. Make sure you're getting enough rest. If you're dealing with insomnia or anxiety, make sure you deal with that. If you have young children, you have to put them on a schedule. Okay, you can't let the children run you. You have to run the household, and you have to run all of the other mechanics of what's involved in that house to make sure that there's continuity, to make sure that there's peace, and to make sure that you can continue to operate at the level that you need to as more than likely leader of the household. If you're the woman of the house, whether you're married or not, you set the tone in the house and you determine the mood of everybody else in the house. There's a Somali proverb or something that goes something like, if the woman is not happy, nobody else is happy in the house. And so this is very, very important. So your physical health is important. Something else that can stand in the way of your ability to manifest is having financial tension. There's a great relationship between financial tension and scarcity thinking. Your thoughts create the financial tension. The way you operate in the world and within your financial vortex creates the financial tension, okay? Once it's created and you start having to struggle for certain things, or things seem difficult, it creates a source of concern and worry, and rightly so, because we live in a world where everything is based upon, or opportunities, freedoms, luxuries, necessities are based upon this thing called money. And so money takes on this huge space in our lives, and people fear it. People love it and hate it at the same time. People resent it. People have a very confused relationship with it. So the more that you can get on top of what things influence how you feel about money, the more that you can get on top of your habits as it relates to money, the more that you can begin to understand the root of some of these beliefs that affect what it is you're able to bring into your life, the better you will be able to manage your relationship with money and your mindset. Your mindset is so important when it comes to how you operate and manifesting. And it's difficult to manifest from a place of lack on a regular basis. If lack is your default vibration, you're going to find it very difficult to manifest at the level that you're actually possible. So that's something you want to deal with. The other thing, number 4, that I want to bring your attention to is dishonesty and a lack of integrity. This is something that is very, very important. Your energy frequency and what you send out into the world captures its match and brings back home to you the very thing that you put out into the world. When you don't act with integrity, or when you are dishonest and you do not atone for those things, none of us are without fault, okay? Let he who is without fault cast the first stone. None of us are without fault, but taking stock of your shortcomings and atoning for them, apologizing where you need to, trying to correct your behavior and vowing not to do the same thing again, forgiving yourself but forgiving the situation, asking to be forgiven. All of those things help to lighten that emotional debt that you carry. But when you do these things on an active basis, and you make it a sort of way of life, what you do is you block the abundance, or you set up a resistance energy to all the good that is coming into your life. It's very, very important to act with integrity, whether it's your business, whether it is in your friendships, relationships, or whatever else. And it's important to even more to accept responsibility when you fall out of alignment with that. And I think that's probably what I'm saying more than anything else. When you fall out of alignment with integrity, or with a certain expectation that you set for yourself, to bring yourself back into an energy field that is going to be more forthcoming of the kinds of vibrations you need to be able to maintain, you have to release that emotional debt. You have to get that off of your chest. You have to free yourself. So either you have to address the situation, you have to come clean, you have to ask for forgiveness, or you have to make a vow to make the necessary shifts that you need in your life so that these sorts of things don't become a way of life for you, because it's a very countering energy. The other thing, number 5, and then I'm going to stop here for this video. The number 5, the 5th thing that we do on a normal basis, and we don't realize how this can actually put up blocks to abundance, is we fail to accept responsibility for what we've already created. Most of us, or a lot of us, can feel as though we're a victim of what's happening in our lives, or we can feel so much sort of like a passive bystander. We can feel as though things have just happened to us and we really haven't played a role in what happened. We may blame other people. We may fail to look at ourselves and accept personal responsibility and accountability for where we find ourselves. It's so important to look at your life and to manage your expectations with regard to what you are creating and what you want to create. This is critical, that you take inventory of your life and you look at everything that is around you, the things that you like, but mostly the things that you don't like, and you look at and accept that you have actually created this reality for yourself. Number 1, it will empower you. And once you're empowered, you can change anything. And number 2, it will serve as a motivator for you to move forward and make the necessary changes that you need to make. So always, always, always look at your life and look at the decisions that you made that have created the circumstances that you find yourself in, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a workplace situation, whether it is career or choices you made with regard to family dynamics, whatever it is, look at that and know that that is the way that it is because of certain ways that you have responded to life, whether it was conscious or unconscious. Take responsibility for it and see what you can do to take things in another direction. The more responsible and accountable you become, the more empowered you become, the more you free up your energy to create. You're with Tanisha Ali, Butterfly Transformations. It's been a pleasure. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Please like, share, or comment. I would love to hear from you. I want to know what you think. I want to get some feedback. If these videos are helping you in any way and assisting you, if you're inspired, I'd like to know about that, because that is the point, to move you out of your cocoon and into your wings. I have loved spending this 15 minutes with you. I want you to have a light-filled, love-filled, laughter-filled, and life-filled day. Go out there and take on the world. And I'm going to leave you with this particular question. What is keeping you from manifesting magnificence in your life? I'd like you to ponder that question very deeply. What is keeping you from manifesting magnificence in your life? Until next time, Tanisha Ali, have a lovely, lovely day.